The Wire. We've all heard about it, and you've lied about watching it as well, haven't you?
I'm paying extra for this channel? Hasn't been good since The Wire. Who am I kidding? I never watched The Wire. Had to bluff my way through so many conversations.
It's considered to be the greatest TV show ever produced. Let's take a closer look as to why. At first glance, it's easy to deflect that claim. The show begins as a run-of-the-mill cop procedural, but as you continue watching, you realize why it carries that reputation and respect. The show takes place in Baltimore and studies multiple aspects of society. It begins with two groups, one of them being the homicide detectives of Baltimore and the drugs cartel being run in the projects. Now, this type of story has been seen before, but the way The Wire showed it off to us was rather brave, and to this day it boggles my mind how this show was so darn entertaining. This is an incredibly hard show to get newcomers to watch simply because of its style. I'd like to call it hyper-realism, which is probably why the show didn't have a massive audience. We're accustomed to movies, and we're accustomed to seeing films a certain way, a cinematic way. Slow motion, overbearing music, flashy lighting, twitchy editing, and most importantly, demanding of your attention. A movie's 2-hour runtime ensures that attention be drawn to important storytelling elements. Those things are not present in The Wire. Throughout the entirety of its run of 5 seasons, it has a single flashback, 2 slow motion shots, no non-diegetic music, and no fanciness, which at times, mostly in the beginning of the show, led me to confusion. When important characters would die, because of the manner it was shown to us, would make me think that's not important. Even in the way the information is doled out. What's one of the cliches that involves an outsider character learning new information he or she is not supposed to? Well, they listen in on a conversation between 2 other characters, right? There's not a single instance in The Wire where that is applicable. The only way characters learn about other characters if they straight up tell them face to face. If you look at The Wire with today's standards, it's completely non-cinematic, which is what leads it to be the most realistic piece of media ever in my mind. It felt more genuine than some of the best documentaries, and part of that is because the show never took a side. It just showed you all the moving parts as they are, objectively. There are no heroes or villains. Heroes do bad things, and villains do good things. Well, some of them at least. It portrayed Baltimore as a ravaged city. It almost felt dystopic. It was like a Greek tragedy. Replace the Greek gods with institutions and social or political structures, and you have The Wire. It did show you that a government is partially responsible for a city's downfall, but a lot of times it's not. And it furthered the point that structures are failing because structures are human. David Simon, a certified genius and creator of the show, stated that The Wire is about a city, and it's because of the way the story progresses, the audiences can feel that as well.
A city is a complicated thing. And it's about the city that we made The Wire, and that we also made Treme, and that we're now working on another project in Yonkers, New York. The city, to me, is basically the only possible vehicle that we have to measure human achievement.
The story of inner city workings which lead to a city toppling on itself. That's a massive task to accomplish. How do they even begin to tell a story through characters when the subtext at all times is the city, especially at a time where audience attention spans are at an all-time low and only getting lower? Like a novel, there is no central character. Characters have long and loose arcs. Their stories continue from season to season and they never end. They just evolve. The characters are just pawns in the machine which is the city. They're all actively telling a singular and much bigger story. Each season focuses on a pillar of society and government. The first season being the drug trade, the second being the docks, the third focused on politics, the fourth being the school system, and the fifth was in the newsroom. Each episode begins with a quote, which will be mentioned in the forthcoming episode. The episodes themselves had very loosely followed arcs. Sometimes a problem would be introduced and never be brought up till a season afterwards. They all play like chapters. The Wire exhibited our world as it is. Massively institutionalized. Everything's been monetized to an nth degree.
You follow drugs, you get drug addicts and drug dealers. But you start to follow the money, and you don't know where the fuck it's gonna take you.
Let's be honest here. The war on drugs will never end. Without the drugs, there's no one to sell it at the corners. Without the corners, the cops have a lower arrest rate. Lower arrest rates means cops lose jobs. Then the jails lose their revenues. Because of that, lawyers lose out on clients, and it goes on and on and on. The war on drugs is profitable. That's why it hasn't been stopped yet.
Fighting the war on drugs, one brutality case at a time.
Girl, you can't even call this shit a war.
Why not?
Wars end.
Motivations stem from numbers rather than doing the right thing. If doing the right thing will have a negative impact on the statistics, then doing the right thing can wait.
You're dumping murders on us that we can't solve. You're fucking the squad's clearance rate.
So fuck the fucking numbers already. The fucking numbers destroyed this fucking department. Landsman and his clearance rate can suck a hairy asshole.
Marlo ain't worth it, man. Nobody is.
Marlo's an asshole. He does not get to win, we get to win.
It's the combination of the writing style and its lack of cinema that made The Wire so darn special. And once you start getting what the show is about, it pulls you in like no other show. Even with its outro theme, which is the same for all 5 seasons, you just sit there in shock as to how much a TV show resembles any city. The very final shot of the series overlooks the city of Baltimore from a highway, and it acts as a mirror image, and that mirror image tells me that this is your city. Thank you so much for watching this video. There will be a Patreon page going up very soon if you'd like to support my channel and me even further. But for now, hitting that subscribe button is enough. After all, it's free.